Blackburn Rovers' unbeaten start to the season continues, of course, with a big win, important win over QPR. How do we do it? Well, I'll tell you all about it next. That's right, folks, back once again in another video. Today is all about Blackburn Rovers. They took care of business against a tricky, sticky, but overall ineffective QPR as Rovers maintained a perfect start at home, an unbeaten start to the whole campaign all in all. So we'll talk about that and more in a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe button. One-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, Championship, World Football, all here under one rooski. A couple of goals from some unexpected names, of course, and we'll delve into that in a second. Big shout out to the VIPs, the other patrons. You know who you are. Big shout out to Case Gift Gaff for becoming the latest Patreon, and a big shout out to the newest members. You know who you are. Of course, becoming part of the family. And there's another perfect way you can become part of the family. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this. That's right, folks. Please vote, vote, vote. It costs you absolutely nothing, as Blackburn Roverseas have been nominated for not one but two Content Creator Awards at this year's ceremony over in London. Appreciate the support. /vote BRFC. QR code's on the screen. There's a link in the description if you need it. But please, please, please go ahead and donate your free vote. 100% free. But let's talk about Rovers, who, of course, kicked on from another win at Ewood Park. 2-0 winners in the end. Goals from Travis and Danny Batth in a madcap 10 or so minutes in the second half, as Blackburn Rovers came out on top with a 2-0 win. However, it was not as it was. A very difficult match in the first half anyway. QPR were equal to us a little bit and maybe threatened to open up the scoring as well. They had a good chance to find the back of the net, but it missed. They missed in the end. But the deciding portion of the game was the red card, and it was a nasty one. Jonathan Varane with a monster tackle, straight red. He's out for 3, so you won't be seeing him you won't be seeing him until after the international break, it looks like, as he will be packing his bags. But as you see from the stats, we dominated possession, we dominated shots, and of course more corners than they did. And yeah, the illustrious red card changed it up. But Travis's goal wasn't the best, wasn't the cleanest, but hey, that's 2 for 2 in two successive home games now for Travis, adding goals to his name. Danny Batth, his first, or Bart, should we say, for his first goal in Rovers colours. It's been in phenomenal form. 3 clean sheets on the bounce for Rovers. We're looking like a completely different team. I don't know. Yes, we did get lucky with the red card. Yes, it did change it, but hey, you need those kinds of results or things to swing in your favour in the season. And we've been on the receiving end of many harsh calls over the years. So maybe a good rub of the green for Rovers, and of course that win puts us in dreamland heading into the next game. And a busy old week for Rovers, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's of course go back and explore the starting 11s. We'll get to that in a second, or will we? Maybe we'll come back to that graphic in a second. Let's come back to me, and then hopefully we get to see the starting 11s. What's going on here? Let's get back into it. Here we go. Here's the starting 11. I'm going to start with the hosts. It was Blackburn Rovers coming out on top with with pairs in between the sticks. 3 clean sheets on the bounce for him. Dom Hyam at the back alongside him there. Of course, Danny Batth, Harry Pickering coming in and doing the business in the absence of Owen Beck, who's going to find again difficult to come back into the squad. Hayden Carter still operating as a right back into the midfield. Travis, Tronstad, Wyman as well, who got the nod in that the vacant spot. I call it the vacant spot because I don't think no one's got it nailed down just yet. Ryan Hedges was a handful a little bit. Tyree Stolen as well. Yuki Hashi was a little bit frustrated up top without much goal action. As for QPR, Nardi was a pretty solid goalkeeper. Got to give him credit, and it didn't look like we were going to break him down in the end. But we got there in the got the 2 goals past him in the end. Jimmy Dunn alongside Stevie Cook, Kenneth Powell and Herverton to make up a back 4. We have Varane with that red card, Paul Smith as well, Sato, Field, Dembele and Michael Frey. This is a good team as QPR, but ultimately they're gonna have to wait till we come down Loftus Road for vengeance. These were the substitutions. We saw the likes of JRC, Buckley, Baker, Campbell, Mario Cosby Doobie coming on there, and Mac Gay. As for QPR, we had Harris Harrison Ashby, Nicholas Madsen, Lucas Anderson, Daniel Benny, and Zan Salah, to name but a few. Those were, of course, it was a busy old day on the old the dugouts. So let's take a look now at that shot grid. Of course, Rovers represented by the orange. I think this one here, this orange, this was Mac Gay's long-range effort. Nowhere near the goalkeeper, but we did penetrate them a couple times. Dolan, Hedges, Danny Batth with a couple of efforts. And as you can see, the chances are across the board here. The only, you might be a little bit hard done by that. Oh, Hashi never really got to pull the trigger as well. Thomas Cantwell looked lively as well. I think he may have even got the assist for the Danny Batth goal. So kudos to him. 623 passes for Rovers compared to the 336 from QPR. We had more touches than they did. More interceptions as well. More blocks. More fouls. But all in all, good day at the office. Let's take a look then at the match ratings. I hate that when that happens. Match ratings, as you see, not the greatest from Yukio Hashi tonight. But you look at Danny Batth with the man of the match. Sondre Tronstad also in reckoning. And Lewis Travis, I think I gave him the man of the match, but probably Danny Batth with the goal and the clean sheet. Couldn't ask for much better than that. I think Paul Nardi a little bit hard done by to be on the losing side. He had a couple of really good saves. There was a period where we were putting them under so much pressure, and we should have scored from it. But I think we had 4 chances. Nardi was like a brick wall, could not be broken down. But in the end, we got the goals, and as you can see, madcap 10 minutes. Of course, the red card right at the death for the first half, and then the 2 goals in quick succession. Overall, average at 7.05 for Rovers on the night, 6.62 on average for QPR. Yeah, good day at the office. Hey, and it's a perfect way to start the weekend as well. So I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with the performance, even though the first half it looked like a very, very frustrating. And again, it showed a bit of a learning curve for Rovers, which we've seemed to be doing that this season. We might make a mistake, or we might not. For example, the draw against Burnley, we came back the next game to win. The draw against Preston, of course, we couldn't break down 10 men that time around. We broke down 10 men this time around. So good performance by Rovers, and good way to win over the doubters, of course. And yeah, another great performance. And I think it does smell like Manager of the Month material for John Eustace. Of course, he was a little bit hard done by not to get it last time around. I think Reggie Labrie got it last time around, but now surely it's either him or Wilder that's going to get it, but realistically it's got to be Eustace, surely. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the heat maps then. This is Rovers heat map. Of course, a lot of grass covered, from the left to the right. It looks like a lot of possession in that defensive third. As for the opposition, couldn't really come forward here, but they did have a couple of good chances, and they were a little bit hard done by not to take the lead themselves. But ultimately, Rovers held firm and did the business in the end. Let's take a little look then on Twitter then, shall we? The social media business, see what the fans got to say. We got Toby Wilding. Excellent start to the season continues. Red card certainly helped, but a much better second half performance. 10 men than last week. 7 unbeaten to start the league campaign. 4 straight at home league wins and 3 consecutive clean sheets. Another good day. Rich Sharp says second half couldn't have panned out much better, offering perfect platform for Cantwell to strut his stuff. Dolan worthy of a mention too, and looked the most likely in the first half. 3 clean sheets in a row for the first time since December 2021. Talk of Ewood, 7 games in, 4 wins, 3 draws, 14 goals scored, 3 back-to-back clean sheets, 100% record at Ewood. Impressive. Meanwhile, Adam Cantwell said, Adam Catterwell. It looks like they're brothers from another mother there. Todd Cantwell can play. There's a bit of bollocks about this team too. Job done. Onwards we go. Robert Gibson. Cantwell is some player and he gets going and plays with freedom. Tommy BR 1875. Come on! That's how you play against 10 men. What a second half performance. The hard work and tempo never slowed down. The commitment from this team, JE has ingrained, is special. Top effort from everyone, and Cantwell's absolute quality. 4 from 4 at home. 3 clean sheets in a row. Fortress Ewood. Adam Suzuki. Much better against 10 men than last week. The red card changed the game, of course, but still to get the job done. Boston to get the 3 points. Another big result for a momentum. Cantwell showed some classy touches when he came on. More positive signs. Tom Barnes said Todd Cantwell is getting all the praise, but he deserves, and I'm very excited about him. But Danny Batth has been immense. Such a good signing on free and has become a starter as he's barely put a foot not wrong. Carl Wicks, how exciting is Todd Cantwell? We are sport having him in our team. Very professional second half performance. How can you not be optimistic after the start to the season? Daniel Cooper, going in October unbeaten in the league. Never thought I would ever hear that in the summer. Jamie S. Blackburn, fantastic result. Well done, everybody. On to the next week. Simon Woodford, 4 wins on the bounce at home in the league. 7 games unbeaten, 3 clean sheets. Cantwell, the boys are flying. And Blackburn Rovers Ireland, sensational. That is proper Northerner. Clip of his vlog here. So make sure you get a load of that when we go and upload that son of a bitch. Around the grounds, of course, Plymouth, monster win. 3-1 winners over Luton. Meanwhile, Derby's home record comes to a halt. Norwich now looking like they're the real deal. 3-2 winners over Derby. Wednesday, beat West Brom, top of the table. Knocked off the perch a little bit. 3-2 winners for Danny Rolls' boys. Borough make it 2 defeats on the 2 for Stokes' new gaffer. A whole back-to-back wins for them. 4-1 win over Cardiff. Watford, 2-1 winners over Sunderland. That stops them as well. And Millwall, 3-1 winners over Preston, the Biters. Pompey with a 0-0 against the Blades. Oxford 0-0 against Burnley. Leeds 3-0 winners against our next opposition, Coventry. Tomorrow will be Swansea. It'll be Bristol City. But the table, my friends, look at the lack of this. Would you, Adam and Eve? We are second, sitting pretty, 15 points so far this season. Do we say it? Do we say it? Mind the bloody gap. Do we say mind the gap? But anyway, QPR all the way down to 17th right now. We have got a 2-point cushion over Watford in 7th. But Coventry are next for Rovers. That's coming at you on Tuesday. We should have a watch along for that. Burnley taking on Plymouth. That's going to be sticky. Cardiff against Millwall. QPR against Hull. Norwich against Leeds. And then Sunderland, Derby. We have Luton against Oxford, West Brom against Borough. Those are the Tuesday games. 4 games on Wednesday. Stoke against Pompey, the Blades against Swansea, Preston against Watford, and Bristol City take on Sheffield Wednesday. Wow. What a fan-dabby-dozy start to the weekend, and what a result for Rovers. But it's not over yet, guys. It is definitely not over. Please vote. Best Club Content Creator Football League. Best Podcast Football League. Cut.ly/vote, BRFC. QR code is on the screen. The link's on the screen. There's link is in the description. Please do us a favour and go ahead and vote. And don't forget to subscribe. Smash the like. Catch you later. But until then, guys and girls, we are Donny Donzo'd.